1 in 5 young people in Canada either hasn't heard of the Holocaust or isn't sure what it is. That's the conclusion from a new survey released by Azrieli Foundation charity ahead of today's International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Now, historians believe the new data should be a wake-up call on how the systematic murder of 6 million Jews in Europe is taught in Canadian schools. Well, there is one independent service that is working to ensure future generations do not forget the atrocities of the past. Jessica Kaitting has more.
You have already guessed that this is not a normal classroom. This is a moving classroom.
For the past 10 years, the Tour for Humanity bus has been traveling across the country as a mobile classroom teaching about human rights. Just recently, the award-winning Education Center made a stop at an elementary school in Milton to teach grade 7 students about the atrocities of the Holocaust. Kim Quinn explains why.
It's a twofold system. One of the worst stages of genocide is denial, to deny that it ever happened. And not only does this hide the crime, but it's a further insult to the victims, the people who did not survive and those who have to survive with that pain. So by understanding what happened, we deny them that denial. We make sure that the victims are seen and heard and remembered. But it's a further step than that. We need to know our history. There is so much disinformation and so many conspiracy theories, and unfortunately a lot of hatred online and in our lives right now, that combating it oftentimes comes down to just knowing what actually happened. This is very easy to repeat. We've seen mass atrocities over and over and over again. People need to understand how they start, and it doesn't start with knives or swords or guns. It starts with people like us turning the other way.
To illustrate that point, the interactive presentation included all the little steps that were introduced slowly and eventually led to the horrors of the extermination camps. Canada was included as one of the countries that for a period of time denied immigration to Jewish people trying to escape their plight. 4 of the grade 7 students reflect on why this is important for us to remember.
Everyone needs to know about this. This is not a small thing. If we don't learn, it might happen again. And if it happens again, it's just going to be the start of World War III. And we don't want that. I learned that the Holocaust was very dangerous, and it was also violent, and a lot of bad things happened. But some people were saved, but a lot of people weren't.
Grade 7s, they need to learn about the world and learn what history Canada has.
And I think everyone should know about this.
In addition to content catered to students in elementary through high school, there are also workshops appropriate for teachers, police, and corporate employees.
I hope that everyone who gets a chance to hear about us or come and visit us understands that Canada is a country of so many different diverse cultures and backgrounds. Each and every one of us deserves to be here and to be heard and to be safe. And that only happens when we work together and look out for each other. And that means acknowledging pain in our lives, but also acknowledging the joys of it. And this bus is designed to make us aware that we are all in this together, that we are all part of the same world. And that is the goal for all of humanity.
To book an educational session, visit tourforhumanity.com as far in advance as possible. For Halton News, I'm Jessica Kaitting.